My dad, on the other hand, would probably be cool with it.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Okay, son, I see you." Like, nah,
It's
nigga,
like,
don't do
that's
that.
something cougar, huh?
Like, nigga, like, don't do that. Don't do that. My dog. What's up with you, man?
Not much, not much. So, as I got here, you were having a interesting conversation. So what's up, man? What's on your mind?
Oh, well, it was not really on mine. It was on his. A little bit on both. One of my boys from high school.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking about the whole, cause he, I guess you could say they're on the path to getting engaged.
Mm.
And,
Well, first things
he,
first,
yeah, shout out, congratulations to you. So, we was talking about that and he was asking me, about the whole dynamic, because his girl is, she's Mexican
Mm-hmm.
and cause he lives in Cali now.
Oh, okay.
So he was talking to me about that. Like they've been together for about 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And, they have their little back and forth about the engagement, where it's like, she's kind of, I guess, antsy about it, a little impatient. And he just wants to, he's trying to make sure everything is cool first. And it's like, he was asking me about the whole dynamic, with me and my ex. And it's just like, well, I mean, it was the same kind of thing. She was like impatient. And it's, it's like, you just gotta gauge it off that, man. It's just like it's like those, well, not even just those, like the Mexican women that are raised to kind of, they're like basically taken care of their entire life by their parents. And then their parents basically marry them off so that the new husband can basically take over where they left off. So as long as they can cook, clean, and have kids, that's really all that they need to do.
The thing that really got me intrigued, I was ear hustling a bit on your conversation. Like how you said, it seemed like your ex was a little intimidated because we've talked about this a number of times, and you said there's times she felt like she couldn't really keep up in a sense.
Yeah, it's like, if it's, because me and her, we come from, two completely different walks of life. Like her parents are very much traditional Mexican, and it's, you look at like my family, all of my whole family, like all four of us are college degrees, college educated. We're all very, independent people that can kind of stand on our own. And, it's, she looks at my sister. My sister is only like a couple of years older than her. And it's just like, my sister is on some grown up shit. And, she isn't quite on that level. So, I think she kind of felt a little intimidated. I mean, she wouldn't say that to me, but it's like, you could just tell, whereas it's like, she's always been like, I want to be close with my man's family and I want to know, but it's like, even though she was around them, she didn't go out of her way to like reach out to them and like try to be cool with them like that. Because, she probably felt like, well, what is it that we are going to have in common? Because, his sister and his mom are very independent. They're both college educated. They're smart. They're this, that, this, and this, and this. And it's just like, I don't have, a college education. And it's like, I'm not independent like them. And it's like, I'm like completely the opposite of them. So it's like, what are we going to actually have in common that we can like vibe on? Which you don't have to have those things, but that's just what people look at. It's all a matter of perspective. Like prime example, me and you are cool. We can sit down and we can talk about just about anything.
Yeah.
You ain't got a college degree. I do. But that doesn't make us not vibe on that level. I mean, I'm in a completely different tier of life than you are.
Yeah.
And I'm 10 years older than you. So it's just like, but we still can sit down and
Mhm.
have an intelligent
Well,
conversation about multiple different things.
just initial thoughts I was having, just hearing everything. It got me thinking. This is a problem with modern day society. We're taught to almost, well, not all of us. Let me rephrase that. Some of us get taught that, oh, you need to live up to this expectation.
Yeah.
You see
Hmm.
what they're doing over there, you need to be doing that. But it's like the problem is, uh and I remember, shout out to him, Pop Fields, when I had him on the Ikigai experiment. He said a quote that said, imitation is,
The sincerest form of flattery.
well, not even just that though. Comparison is the killer of creativity.
It is.
Exactly.
Because
So
it's like, why are you trying to be like everybody else?
exactly.
Like,
So
do
with
your own thing.
with that being said, um, yeah, like you said, we're two, in a sense, like where we are in our lives, two polar opposites.
Right.
But I look at it like this with everybody I meet. Yeah, you may be, in a sense, more successful than I am, and that just goes for like not you specifically, but I always tell myself, look, this person may have more success at this moment in time right now, but again, my life is still going. I still got plenty of years to go. So why would I sit here and beat myself up because I'm not at their level at this point in time? At that point, that's going to hinder my growth.
And see, but in that what you just said is what I would always try to explain to my ex. I'm just like, you don't have to, because she operated on like a clock
Yeah.
where it's just like, oh, well, we have to do this and this by this time, or that or this and this, and it's just like,
Hmm.
we're not on anybody else's fucking timeline.
Exactly.
We're gonna do our life the way that we're gonna do it for us, not for everybody else. Because once we do get engaged and then get married and all of this other stuff, it's like we're not going to be dependent on your parents or my parents to take care of us. We're going to be
Hmm.
taking care of
Oh
ourselves.
yeah, 100%.
So it's like we don't have to move on a timeline that's specific for everybody else. It's like it's not their business. But with the way
Yeah.
that the most, especially like most Hispanic families are, like even on my side, my Hispanic side, it's like that to an extent. You have to, everybody is like whatever the parents have to say is what they got to do type
Hmm.
shit. Now my dad was the one who kind of rebelled against that and did his own thing, but his brother, on the other hand, he didn't even know what it meant to be a grown man until he was 40 years old. Well, my granddad passed away because my granddad basically did everything for him. So he didn't really have to do anything for himself. And after he died, like, I mean, he used to tell me all the time that he just, he would feel lost at times because he was just like, I don't even know like what to do right now, because he was just like, your papa, he had everything streamlined. Like, you got to do this, and this. He added structure. And when he
Hmm.
was gone, my uncle didn't have that structure
Yeah.
anymore. So it
He
was
didn't
like
learn how to do it
yeah,
himself.
he had to learn how to do
Hmm.
it himself. And with my ex, I feel like the way that she was raised is kind of similar to the way my uncle was brought
Right.
up. And I think it kind of scares her to like step out on her own because she's not going to
Yeah.
have that structure that, someone's going to be there. Now, granted, she knew that I would, but it's different because I'm not her parents.
Yeah.
So it's like we used to get into those conversations all the time about that kind of thing. And it's just like, and I told him that. I'm like, hey, man, look, y'all are gonna have them conversations, but I'm just like, what y'all have to realize is that if y'all are gonna go through this life together, y'all need to figure out how to do that for
Hmm.
yourselves. Like, leave everybody else out of it. It's got to be about what you and her are gonna do, not
Oh,
what they're gonna do.
a funny thing that you say that too. About your uncle.
Mm.
I don't tell too many people this, but when was the first time I actually felt what it was like to be an adult slash kind of have to fend for yourself. When I was overseas in Japan,
Oh
in
yeah.
Australia, that was the first time. Like I didn't have my mother with me, so you know, yeah, that kind of showed me like, oh, okay, so this is kind of what it's like in a sense. Like I have to do everything myself now. Keep in mind, I still had a little bit of help somewhat because, a good friend actually brought me with her on that trip, but everything else was up to me. So in that time, that's where I kind of got to see it. Like, oh, okay, so this is kind of what it's like. You don't have somebody over your shoulder telling you like you need to do this, this, and this, and this. So now it's like when I get stuck, um, I don't automatically go and ask for help, and also it's because I'm stubborn. I'm gonna go try to find an answer.
Right.
If I don't get an answer, okay, that's when I'll go ask because it's better to know than not know. Correct?
No, yeah, and I mean, that's a lot of the. I mean, all of us are stubborn to an extent.
Exactly.
Now, my ex, on the other hand, she was like super stubborn.
Yeah.
It's just like she wouldn't ask until it was like the last resort.
Hmm.
And it's just like, you don't have to wait until the last second to ask. It's like you can ask me whatever and I'll help you with whatever you need. I mean, it's not, you don't have to wait. And I mean,
Yeah.
I was like that when I was young. I was that way too. I didn't want to ask my parents for help with anything if I didn't have to. I mean, I'm still like that. But, at this age, it's like I don't really need as much. But, sometimes you'll go through some shit in life where you kind of need that little push in the right direction. And you'll ask your parents because they've been through it before. Like especially now, like when it comes to being a homeowner, I ask them questions all the time
Oh
because I'm
yeah.
just like, I've never owned my own house before until I came, I've had this house now for about 4 years, almost 4 years. But before this, I was like living in an apartment or something like that. Like it was never like my own house. So yeah, I'll ask them questions about shit like that, or uh, when it comes to certain things dealing with like finance and things of that nature. I mean, my mom was an accountant basically
Hmm.
my whole life. So if there is any type of money questions, oh yeah, please believe I'm hitting Glow Jane on the hip immediately
Oh
because
yeah.
I mean she gonna tell me what it is. And I mean that's the one thing with like my parents. I mean you see how I am, dude. I have like no filter. If you doing some shit that's stupid, I'm gonna fucking tell you it's stupid. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. If you're doing something stupid, I'm gonna let you know that it's stupid.
So let me ask you this.
My parents are the same way with me and
But
my sister.
let me ask you this. Do you feel there's ever been times that maybe I could have said that a little bit better?
Oh, I don't necessarily come out and tell you, hey, what you're doing is fucking retarded. Like I don't say that. But I'm gonna let you know that what you're doing is stupid, but I'll word it a little differently so that it might not be as sharp. But that most people don't like to hear that they're doing something wrong. It doesn't matter if it's, whatever. It could be anything. You could be tying your fucking shoes upside down. If I tell you you're doing it wrong, you're going to freak out and throw a temper tantrum because I said you're doing something wrong. So sometimes you can't help that. Like, that's just the way it's going to be. But at the end of the day, it's up to the person that you tell to either look at it from your perspective and be like, oh shit, maybe he's right. I can do this different. I can do this better or whatever. Or they can just be on some childish shit and be like, nah, what I'm doing is right, even though it's like it's clearly not. But
Yeah.
it just depends on the person. That's like you can only give somebody so much advice if
Oh
they don't
yeah.
want to listen to you.
No, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, no matter how many times they fall on their face, some people just don't ever learn.
Amen. Amen. Oh, hey, welcome back to the show, though. I know the long intro combo. It's just it happens. But what is this now? episode 49.
49.
Almost at 50.
Interesting developments going on here.
So, want to tell them the slight changes we've made a little bit?
Oh yeah. Okay. So we gonna start doing this every 2 weeks because we got some other stuff lined up for y'all. Some other shows that we gonna start to do a little bit more. So we're going to spread this one out a little bit so we can add some other shit in. You know what I'm saying?
And plus also...
especially this month.
Especially this month because man's over here breaking people's noses and training.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you know, you busy. You know, I'm busy too. But, you know, got something good coming out for y'all. Pause. Also... we have officially made the Old Head and the Youngin podcast Instagram account, so make sure to go follow that. So now you can fully go ahead if you got a problem with something.
Hey, look, man, this is the internet. That shit is all stupid anyway.
Exactly, I agree.
It's all entertainment.
I'm just saying, I get tired of some of these idiots, man. Like, look, there's only so much stupidity I can take after a while.
Hey, man, look, y'all want some internet smoke? Y'all want that make believe smoke? Then cool.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
yeah, but you know, hey, episode 49. In 2 weeks, it'll be 50. Hopefully, we got 50 more in us.
Oh, yeah. So what was you thinking about this $2.99, man?
I thought the car was good. You know, I was a little pissed at first. So for one, you know, I got some grievances there.
Oh shit.
B-dubs, why don't you show fights anymore? Like, yeah, you show the prelims.
I knew it was
coming. I'm like, since when does Buffalo Wild Wings not show fights or main cards anymore?
I'm kind of curious to that.
Like, I genuinely just want an answer. Like,
no, I didn't even know that they had stopped doing it.
Yeah, I was so confused. I mean, luckily, you know, we called the audible. We went to Dave and Buster's. Some craziness happened while we were there. I was still super confused on what was going on. But...
oh yeah, that dude. It was two dudes, and then that I think that big tall chick was part. I don't think she was part of the fight, but she was.
You sure that was a chick? I'm just asking.
I mean, hey, you never know, man. She might be a hooper.
Hey, look, fair enough, but yeah, you know, this is why niggas can't have anything nice, you know.
I mean, she was mad tall. That chick was probably about like 6'3".
Oh,
yeah, she was tall.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I mean, overall, it was a good time. Still pissed we missed Peter Young Song Yadong, but you know,
we got to see the major ones. We got to see the Poirier fight. You know, the
MVP
fight.
Honestly, so I guess we'll start out with MVP and Holland.
I mean, it kind of went as expected.
Yeah, it's like I was talking with some of my boys about it, and they asked me like, so like, this is the guy you were hyping up? I'm like, all right, let me explain. For one, it's a little late that he got to the UFC. If you would have been watching him all these years, you would know. Like,
no, it's not. It's not even that.
Well, hang on. Let me finish. They just thought like it was very boring to watch, but I'm like, let's be real.
All of his fights are that way.
Exactly, because he's a sniper.
It's like, but he usually fights against people that are dumb enough to chase.
Exactly.
Kevin Holland was not.
Exactly, and that's what I was explaining to. For one, Kevin Holland's not dumb. Two, that spinning back elbow that MVP landed, anybody else is getting knocked out from that.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like, it's not just that he got to the UFC late. He's just fighting smarter people.
I think it was more so that was part of it, though, just in terms of like hype-wise for, you know, your more casual watchers. That hasn't seen him.
Yeah.
Because I said, like, you got to be watching MMA for a minute to really...
I was like, I told Daniel while we were there, I was like, he should have been in the UFC 5 years ago.
Exactly.
But, I mean, MVP was one of those unique very like diverse fighters, and he wanted to do everything. And once you sign a contract with the UFC, that's all you doing.
Exactly.
So he signed with Bellator. He's able to do boxing, kickboxing. I mean, he could do anything he wanted. So that's what he was doing all these years. He's competing in Bellator, top of the game.
Exactly.
But he's also doing professional boxing fights and kickboxing fights. And he did bare knuckle fight. Like he's done all of these things. So
the dude's just a scrapper.
Yeah, he just likes to fight. So I mean, him coming to the UFC, this is like I won't say like his swan song, but it's like this is the only thing he hasn't done yet.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's
go. So for us,
as
like people that really love the MMA game, like it is great for us. But I have to say, it's all we're sitting here like
should have did this
exactly
5 years ago.
Exactly. So I mean, overall though, like you said, I kind of pretty much expected what happened to happen.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, wasn't real. I was just content with it. That's the best way I can put it.
If they wanted him to put on a more exciting fight,
don't give him a guy like Kevin Holland.
They should have put him in there with like a no-name guy.
Exactly.
That was gonna be dumb enough to run after him and chase after him. And it probably would have ended in spectacular fashion. But they gave him a guy who's like top 10. So it's like, okay, well, you're a guy who's fighting in the top 10 didn't get there by being dumb. So he knows Michael Venom Page is. He knows what his game is. He's not gonna chase after the man.
Oh, big fact.
It's like he knows what he's in for doing that. Because you saw every time he did try to rush in, what happened? You get hit. You either get hit with a 1-2, that overhand right, or that spinning elbow. He would get hit with something.
Yep.
So it's just kind of like, oh. And you heard him in the corner talking about some shit. He's a lot faster than I thought he was. So of course he's not gonna fucking bum rush into that. Like,
of course, those be really
dumb.
Anybody that's standing sideways with his hands at his head, of course they're gonna be fast.
Anybody that fights with their hands that low is gonna be fast. You should just automatically assume that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just curious to see who they give MVP next.
Oh, they'll probably give him another guy they'll probably give him somebody that's like top 5.
Who would you want to see?
You
know what? Actually,
they'll give him Jack Della Maddalena, the guy who beat Gilbert Burns.
I was going to say that,
him.
But at the same time, what about Wonder Boy?
That would be a good one.
Yeah, like I'm curious.
Wonder Boy, hell, give him that other guy that was talking all that bullshit.
Shawcott?
Nah, the white boy that everybody make fun of.
Kobe?
Ian.
Oh, Ian Machado.
Yeah. Give him. Hey,
why not? Why not?
I mean,
I'm about it.
Yeah, but I mean,
my first pick is Wonder Boy. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Ian ain't in the top 10.
Yeah, but why not though?
He top 15 though.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, but I would rather see him fight somebody that's further up the food chain.
Yeah.
I would say give him Maddalena.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say that would be a good one.
Okay.
I mean, Maddalena's a good striker, so
okay.
I mean, he's able to knock out Gilbert Burns, so I'm just like, fuck it, why not?
That knee was perfect, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
that was that. Yeah,
like
he got him.
If you had to talk about some of the most perfect timing of all time, like that's in my opinion.
That's a long line.
I know,
but that was a good. It was good.
Exactly.
So what knee was better, that one or the Sean O'Malley one?
Oh, I gotta give it to Jack because we'll get to Sean and Cheeto, but yeah, I gotta give it. Cheeto didn't go down.
That's because Cheeto is made out of iron, bro. Like he's different,
so I can't give that to him.
But the knee was
it was vicious. But before we get to that one, Benoit Saint Denis, Dustin Poirier. You know, it was funny too. I forgot how Dustin Poirier gonna win a fight. He starts fixing his shorts. I'm like, I didn't catch it. I'm like, oh yeah. I texted some of my boys in the group chat. I'm like, as soon as he fixed his shorts, that betting spread went from plus 500 to a minus 1,500, right?
I'm like, man.
To be fair though, like, Benoit said that these really did everything right. It's just the fact of like you got to get Dustin Poirier out of there in the first round.
Dustin, it won't looking too promising.
Exactly.
Because it looked like he had gassed completely the fuck out in the first round. I was like,
guillotines.
like, what are you doing?
And guillotine.
I'm
guillotine.
Like, stop doing
guillotine. This shit. And guillotine I trust.
And even they talked about it in the I watched his post fight press conference, and he said that his team even told him not to do that shit, and he still did it anyway. I was just like, damn, bro, like you just like fuck them niggas. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But he was saying that he thought he was gonna be stronger. He was like, he was physically strong, but like his ability to like his punching power wasn't like as much as he thought it would be, and you know, it was like a few little things he kind of noticed.
Yeah.
So he was feeling him out the first round. Pause. And you know, he did. You know, the second round he came out there and he stood on business in the second. I give him that. He stood on business in the second round.
I mean, I definitely appreciated him in his post fight interview how he said like, look, Eddie Alvarez gave me the chance. I got to pass it on. Give another young guy
well, I mean, that's the nature of the business.
Oh yeah, so respect to Dustin.
You know, when you in the fight game like that, it's like that's what it's about, man.
Oh yeah,
either hold your position or lose it.
Exactly.
You either gonna lose and you gonna go down the ladder, or you gonna hold where you at. Especially if you fighting a young up and comer. If you beat him, you hold.
I mean, regardless though, saying that.
Oh yeah, he ain't going nowhere. I mean, he's gonna reel off a couple more wins after this one. He's got the mindset to do it.
Exactly.
You know, he just needs to.
Yeah. You just take this one as a lesson, together, man.
You know, because this was his first like elite, you know, fighter. So I mean, it happens.
Oh yeah, you gotta lose. You gotta lose sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it is necessary.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what the dude does in the future. Because that was my first time watching him. I liked what I saw.
Yeah, I'd never seen him fight before. Yeah. So I was like, okay, he's nice.
Yeah. So O'Malley Cheeto. I mean, let's be real here. We kind of all knew O'Malley was gonna win. I'm not gonna lie, I was pulling for Cheeto.
I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I knew he was gonna win. Because I'm just like, yeah, Cheeto. If Cheeto fought like he normally fights, like he could have won. But Cheeto went in there and Cheeto kind of shit the bed in that one, bro. Like he just kind of stood there and was too tentative, and it's like you can't be tentative with a guy like O'Malley. You gotta go at him.
Here's where I kind of had my issue with a lot of people just on the internet. Like they were saying, like, oh, yeah, see, I told you the first one was a fluke. I'm like, bro, hang on. First off, they both went in there 100% healthy. Sean got hurt. That's how it works. I'm sorry. Sean, you lost. Now, you got over it. You got the win back. I mean, it's cool, but it's like...
I don't think that nigga really believed that he didn't lose.
Hey,
he was just trolling. That nigga he know he lost.
Hey, look, man.
That's why he came in this fight with a vengeance. Because he was like, I need to get that back.
To everybody talking about, like, oh, the first one was a fluke. I'm like, hey, look, I guess getting your head bounced off the canvas with an elbow is a fluke, but hey.
It's like a motherfucker can only do so much with one leg. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? I mean,
like, to be fair, he could have called it once he realized he couldn't stand on that leg. You can do that. You chose to keep fighting.
Right.
So, yeah. Hey, look, they 1-1. Could we see a third? Probably not. I'm just going to be honest, but.
I don't think it'll be a third unless Cheeto.
He's got to move up and do it.
Unless Cheeto gets some pretty impressive wins over like the top of the top division guys, then I don't see him fighting him again.
Exactly.
If he makes it a case to fight him again, then it will happen again.
Exactly. I hope it does, honestly, because I really like Cheeto.
Yeah, like Cheeto is nice, man, but it's like he didn't fight the way that he fights in that last night. He did not.
He needed to turn it into a war. Yeah, he didn't do that.
That's like
he started to, but it was just too late.
Yeah, it was too late.
Because I liked how you put it. Like Sean switches stances. He needs to catch him right as he's switching.
Right. You need to catch him when he's doing his little
Mm-hmm.
footwork because his feet ain't set.
Oh yeah,
It's like when he
100%.
when he starts throwing combos and putting some steam on his shit, his feet are set. So if you catch him when he's moving and his feet ain't set, he's not gonna really be able to throw nothing at
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
You catch him
That's
off
gonna
balance.
cancel out the power.
Yes. And he didn't do that. Like he just kind of stood there and watched him just kind of dance around and he didn't do nothing. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's like coming at the man when he's set in his position, of course you're gonna get hit. It's like O'Malley definitely had the speed advantage, and he knew that. He knew he should have known that after the first round when he got hit so much. It's like, okay, dude is faster than me. So I can't just rush at him when he's standing there. I need to rush at him when he's moving. Because if he's off balance, he's not going to be able to throw strikes with that type of speed or precision. But he didn't do that. He just stood there and watched him. And I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
He was basically a walking target for 5 rounds.
Yeah. So what you think about Sean calling out Ilya?
I told Daniel in the beginning of the fight, I was like, he's going to call out Topuria. And I'm just like, if he wins, he's going to call out Topuria because it makes sense. Because Topuria wants to fight. I think he said he wanted to move up. Or did he want to come down? I can't remember. I know he wanted to move divisions to fight for another belt. So if O'Malley was to fight Merab and Merab was to win, Topuria is not going to fight Merab because they homeboys. So, they're both Georgians. They're friends. They're not going to fight each other. But O'Malley, on the other hand, can fight Topuria and Merab. So I was like, he's going to end up, if he wins, he's going to either call out Topuria or Merab is going to be the next guy in line. And sure enough, what happened? He's like, I want to go fight Topuria. And then they're like, well, if you want Merab, I can do that too. So it's like, yeah, he's the only one that's going to do both. Merab's not going to fight Topuria. Topuria is not going to fight him. But they both would fight O'Malley. So it makes sense that that would, if you want to go for another belt. Plus, I mean, O'Malley is 5'11".
Oh yeah,
fighting at 135 pounds.
Crazy, right?
That's not going to last long, especially now that he's getting older. It's like he's not going to want to be cutting down to 135 for too much longer. That has to
suck.
And I'm like, come on, dog. Like,
I mean, he's already scrawny enough. That's why it's like people were talking about that body shot. I know that hurt.
Yeah, it hurt. I'm like, you saw that look on his face. I'm just like, that boy ain't got no meat on him.
Yeah.
Shit, it's like, hell yeah, that hurt. I'm like, he's gonna. I figured that he would want to move up though. I mean, because Sean O'Malley is what, 30?
I think so.
He's like 29, 30.
Yeah.
I'm like, he ain't gonna want to be cutting down to 135 too much longer because I'm like, he's a tall guy, so I'm like, that's a steep cut. Because I mean, that's only 2 inches shorter than me. I'm like, I'd fucking die if I had to make 135. Like, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it past 55. And that would even be a stretch right there. So I'm like, I don't know how the fuck he does that. Like 35. But he walks around at like 55, like 55, 60. So, I mean, that's already, for someone being that tall, that's thin. That's real thin.
Yeah.
So, but it makes sense that he wants to move up though. Like I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. So what's next?
So what you thinking about this these postseason awards, man? Where you think they go?
So I actually have picks. I don't know if you looked at the odds or anything.
Nah.
Okay. So I'll just go down the list of my picks. MVP. I got SGA, of course. Rookie of the Year. This is where it starts getting like negative. I got Chet, actually. So let me explain. Is he probably going to go to Wemby? Probably. I'm just being honest. But if they start more so accounting for, well, whose team is better, that's where Chet really starts to have a case because obviously Spurs officially just got eliminated from playoffs.
Well, see, that's where because for my like I had actually picked SGA for MVP as well, and then for the rookie of the year, I was like, who do I think should win? Chet. But who do I think is gonna win? Probably Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Because, everybody's got, Wembanyama's got all of the hype. And I mean, shit, Wembanyama, if I'm being real, Wembanyama's got case to be Defensive Player of the Year.
That's what I was getting to because
he makes a strong case for it.
I picked Rudy, but at the same time, I was looking at Wemby.
Wembanyama.
Wemby can sneak in.
He's leading the league in blocks.
Exactly.
It's like he had.
And on top of that, one of the youngest players to record a 5-5-5-5 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that already tells you something. Now, most improved player of the year. This is probably going to be the toughest one this year because there's a lot of guys that have cases. So, just for context, Tyrese Maxey is leading so far. But here's my thing with that. I don't get how we're going to say he improved. And to be fair, he was already doing phenomenal last year.
Because that nigga's dropping 50 balls this year.
I get that.
But he wasn't doing that last year. He was coming off the bench.
Yeah, but let's be real here, though. It's only because Harden is still there.
Doesn't matter.
You know who I did pick, though? Alperen Sengun.
Really?
Yes.
I won't say he's most improved.
I think he is, bro.
Because he was nice last year.
Yeah,
and he was starting.
Yeah, but he stepped it up.
I mean, I'm not saying he ain't nice.
Think about it like this.
Nice, but I don't think he's most improved. Because he was good last year.
I would pick him or Jalen Williams, honestly.
I would probably give it to Maxey. Either Maxey or I mean, hell, you could. If you being real about it, you could give it to Shea. He won't averaging 30 last year. I mean, you look at him now versus last year. Yeah, he was good last year. But he wasn't this.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just like Sengun just because it's like when you look at that team, like who's like the player, like the top dog.
Oh,
on that
he's
team.
The guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like Sengun and Jabari.
Oh, you think Jabari?
I think Jabari Smith is a little nicer than Jalen Green.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Jalen Green is cool, but I think Jabari Smith is a little bit more well-rounded.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Because Jabari Smith played defense. Like, Jalen Green don't.
Exactly.
And Jalen Green is, like, super inefficient. So I'm like, I mean, is he the face? Probably.
Yeah.
Because, he's the young guy that came out the G League and he's getting all of this attention because, whatever. But, and he's dating that
Andrea Michelle.
That old bitch.
They were going, I think that
it's a trap.
So weird.
It's a trap.
That is so weird. But I just think that's weird. Like that whole situation.
What do you mean? He's an NBA player.
Yeah, but she's like, bruh.
She's like 40.
Exactly.
Or something. 39.
Like they said when she was 22, this nigga was 4. I'm like, ugh. Like, that's weird, bro.
Isn't her oldest son like his age?
Close, I think.
I think it's her one of her kids is almost as old as
and it's like, you're gonna have some niggas like, they're gonna deem that okay for him, but then if a female does it, it's a problem. So I'm like, nah, call it both ways, my boy.
What you mean?
Like, think about it. For guys, it's socially accepted if the age gap is big. For some,
I'm about to say, how many times do you go out and see these old dudes with these young ass girlfriends?
And that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a woman, a lot more people are going to look at it like, "Ugh, that's kind of gross." Like,
I don't. I just look at it for what it is. It's just like these older women, especially girls like Drea Michelle. Of course, she's gonna date a younger, rich NBA player. Look at her resume.
I'm not knocking it.
It makes complete
sense.
Hey, look,
I'm not knocking it. I just think it's weird.
I don't.
Hey,
She's dating an NBA player.
To each their own. To each their own.
What woman, no matter the age, especially if she's older, but she still look like that, if she can get a young, rich NBA player, you don't think she's gonna do it?
Oh, of course she is.
Just like if
I can still say it's weird.
I mean, just like if an older dude is going after a young, like, registered nurse that makes 100+ K a year,
again,
he's gonna do it.
Again, Eddie, I understand. I just think it's weird.
I don't understand what's weird about it. Like you just said that it's socially acceptable on one end, but not the other. Why is it weird then?
Because I'm a firm believer in you can't say it's okay here, but it's not okay here.
But you're doing it right now.
No, I'm not.
You're saying that it's weird for her to be with him because he's an NBA player?
No.
It's like, why is that weird?
No, I think you're not listening fully. I said it would be weird regardless.
I don't think it's weird.
Hey, and that's why I say to each their own.
You see it too much for it to not be
weird.
Look,
I've seen it a lot. I call it weird every time I see it.
Was it weird when I was like 10? Yeah. But me at 37? Nah, not anymore.
Hey, and that's why I leave it at to each their own. So, anyways,
especially around here where we live, man, you see Litchfield Park, Scottsdale, you see that every day.
It's still weird.
That's normal.
It's still weird, especially in Scottsdale. But at the same time, I just expect to see it now.
Exactly, you expect
exactly
it's normal,
but it's still weird. Hey, look, got this 60-year-old nigga in his Corvette with a girl that's like 20.
Like 25, yeah.
Like, that's weird.
I mean, hell, my neighbor was like that. He was like 80. Or, no, he was, when I met him when I got here, he was like 78. His wife was probably like 50. Like 50, 52, something like that. She was because she was younger than my parents. And he's like my granddad's age. Or almost as old as my granddad would have been.
Weird, bro. Like, I just look at it like this.
He was white and she was, he was an old white guy and she was Asian, and I was like, that makes perfect sense.
It does, but I just look at it like this: for Dre and Michelle and Jalen Green's case, like, bro, you're old enough to be his mom.
I mean, she won't on what was it, Basketball Wives and the Housewives.
I know, for no reason.
She won't on. Yeah, exactly. She won't on there for nothing.
Know.
So I mean,
I'm just like,
let's be real here.
Bro, you're old enough to be this nigga's mom. Like, that's gross.
I mean, I would never date a chick that was old enough to be my mom, but that's just me.
Yeah, it would.
I mean, I won't say that it's weird because I see people do it, but for me, it's weird.
Hey,
I can't bring that home.
I think it's weird regardless.
How I'm gonna bring that home? Be like, yeah, mom, she's your age. She probably gonna look at me like, nigga, what?
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't think she would be too happy about that.
Yeah. Moving on. So has this award been around Clutch Player of the Year?
No, that's a new one.
Okay. So they got Steph in the lead right now. Understandable, but I'm picking Luka.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could either give it to Luka. I mean, hell, you could give it to KD. KD
exactly. I'm like, that one is so open right now. I'm like, I don't know. So I just kind of picked Sixth Man of the Year, Norman Powell.
Storm and Norman?
Yeah, they got Malik Monk in the lead, which I'm not mad at.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah. I would say it would be between them two.
Yeah.
I like Norman.
And then Coach of the Year, OKC coach, Mark Dagnall, or how do you say it?
I don't even know who the coach for them is.
I mean, still, I give it to him. I mean, I don't know.
I would say you ain't. I'm surprised you ain't had Giannis up on there for anything. He could be in the running for defensive player.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just I was picking who I expect to win.
Oh, you was you looked at the odds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was leading the odds in that when you said Rudy?
Yeah.
Oh,
but Wemby's like right behind him. So
yeah.
That's why I was like, that one's a toss-up.
I would have thought they would have gave it to Wemby.
From what I saw, the closest ones were MVP, which Joker is leading, but SGA is right behind him. Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy's leading, but Wemby's right behind him. Six man between Norman Powell and Malik Monk.
But we talked about the MVP, and we both was like SGA. Like if Embiid is out and not gonna get it, then it should be him.
Well, here's the thing: even though Joker's leading, I don't know if they're give it to him, bro.
I don't think so. I think they'll probably end. I think SGA will get it.
Yeah.
Just because of the season that they've had this year and what he's been doing, I think he might get, because they're number one in the West right now.
Exactly.
So I'm like, SGA might get that. I hope he does.
Yeah. No, I mean it's just it's going to be an interesting one. So, but also too, it's you had that
fun.
Oh yeah, because I mean that top four in the West is like literally 1-2 games behind each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like
it's gonna be a good playoff.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of awards and shit, Phoenix got All-Star 2027.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm just like, it's about damn time.
I know.
They only been here once.
No, twice.
No,
twice.
09. That's it.
No, earlier. We had it in late 90s.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Not here. Look it up. The only time the All-Star game has ever been here was 2009.
Hey Siri, when has Phoenix hosted an All-Star game? Hang on. I swear we've had it more than that.
Just the once, 2009. That was it.
Wait, hang on. Here's a bet. Hey Siri, how many times has there been an NBA All-Star game in Arizona?
You might as well just Google it.
I'm going to find it.
I just Google it.
That's what I'm doing. Because I swear we've hosted one. Or two.
2009. Because it was in San Antonio a couple times.
Wait, was it? It was either 1998 or 1996.
Nah, 96. It was in San Antonio.
Hang on. Okay.
I think it was San
Antonio.
Yeah. Because that was where Jordan had the all-white 11s on, 96. 97, it was in, I think, where was it in 97? Cleveland. Cleveland? No.
Yep.
Cleveland, okay.
I swear we hosted
98 was in New York. 99 was in California.
1995.
1995?
Yeah.
It was here?
Mm-hmm.
95. Jordan was out the league.
Yep.
Man, I didn't even remember it.
I was going to say, I know we hosted one before. What was it in 2009? Okay. I know we hosted one out here. I just could not recall.
Damn. But shit, I was like 9 when that happened. I'm like, that was 30 years ago.
It was the America West Arena at the time.
That's the where the ferry is now. The fairgrounds?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's that arena.
Actually, no. I think it's where Footprint is.
That arena is new. Newer. They built the.
Okay, yeah, you are right. It is the fairground. Yep.
The fairground arena.
I kind of forget. Yeah, that was way back when. But it's definitely cool to get one back. You know, it's funny. I hit up Cam. I'm like, oh yeah, it lit.
I told my mom, I was like, yeah, we need to go. I was like, we need to get tickets to
Good
the
luck.
All-Star game.
Good luck.
My mom was just like, nigga, what? Like, you know how much that shit is gonna cost? And I was just like, dude,
Say.
it's 3 years away. I was like, we got time.
Mhm.
I'm like, if we start saving up
Well,
now,
on the
we
plus
might be
side,
able to do.
you don't got to worry about travel, so that already
Facts.
lowers it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, shit, even if the All-Star game was in like Vegas, I would be cool
Oh
going to
yeah,
that. Like
just
Vegas,
drive.
yeah,
Like,
Vegas is right there. So
oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Why do you think when F1 was out there in Vegas, I was almost this close to just paying $1,000 for a ticket because I wanted to go that bad.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wonder how much All-Star game tickets would cost.
Oh, they're not cheap.
No, I mean, well, yeah, but I'm just saying, I wonder how much they would cost here.
Yeah, it's a good question.
I mean, shit, I would say they probably would start off. I would say they probably start off at about 5-6 a ticket.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Maybe you might get like 3 if you get up in the top. Maybe you might be like 300. But if you're trying to get some shit that's like on the lower level, yeah, you're gonna be looking like anywhere from
a couple grand,
like,
dog.
we talk about 8 to like 1,200 for the upper lower level. If you down on the floor, shit, that's like anywhere with about 3,500 per ticket.
I'd say more almost.
Maybe like 5. Yeah. Because I mean, the ticket prices went up ever since they redid the arena. The ticket prices went up.
Yeah.
Well, that and because the team got better too. So it's just like, you know, because when I first came here, man, they was trash. So they would be giving away tickets. And you'd be going to games for free. Because I remember when OKC came here, the year that they got Paul George and Melo, I went to watch them.
Same.
So I was just
you were at that game too?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I went to go see them.
Yeah.
So I was just like, shit, I like Carmelo and I like Russ and PG. So I was just like, shit, I'll go watch the OKC game.
Yeah.
So I went to that, and I went to a couple of other ones too.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, they, like I said, they were giving tickets away to go. You get tickets for nothing.
Yeah.
But as soon as Chris Paul came here and then they got decent, it was like the tickets went crazy. Well, first they redid the arena, and then he came, and then it was just like the team got good, and next thing you know, it's like, damn, tickets in the upper level is like 200 now.
Oh yeah.
Shit, back in the day, you get upper level, you get like
crazy
4 tickets for $200. Nuts.
Oh yeah.
But hey, we'll see though. We'll see what they do in 2027. Hopefully they redo some shit.
Yeah. No, they definitely will. So I wanted to talk about this because me and Blanc were having this convo in the Hoops group chat. You know, Joker and Embiid going against Shaq.
We talking about Lakers Shaq or Orlando Shaq? Because anything past Lakers Shaq is washed. So we're going to leave that where it is.
You know what? We'll stick with Lakers Shaq.
Ooh. Offensively, I think Shaq is going to have trouble with them.
Yes.
Defensively?
Oh, no.
I don't
think
he's
going to eat. Problem. He going to do whatever he wants, basically.
I mean, because he's bigger, stronger, probably just, if not more agile. Well, he's going to be more agile than Joker, I'd say. Probably Embiid too. Shaq?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Nigga? No, Shaq, especially Orlando Shaq for real.
Yeah,
he was way.
Problem is though, like I know
he was still like that in LA when
I know, like Joker. Just looking at Joker, you think like this nigga ain't got no athleticism whatsoever.
He don't. Compared to Shaq, he don't. Let's not do that.
To be fair, though,
let's not do that.
I don't think he shows a lot of it.
It ain't there.
I think it's somewhat there. You see little glimpses.
I'm not saying that the man is like
more agileness. Like you see glimpses of it.
No, he got footwork. Yeah, I give him that. Yeah. But I mean, he ain't got the explosiveness or the fucking athleticism.
But I will say, like, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think either one of them are gonna truly get bullied for real. But it's gonna get to a point where it's like, yeah. No, I'm saying like beginning of the
With
game.
Lakers Shaq?
No, hang on. Hear me out.
He's bullying.
Hear me out. I think beginning of that game, it'll start off like, okay, they're gonna think they can do something. Then Shaq's just gonna start wearing them down and just do whatever he wants.
Like I said, defensively, they not gonna be able to do shit to him.
That's fair. That's fair.
Defensively, on his end, yeah, he gonna have some problems. Because especially with Embiid, because Embiid, he basically plays like a wing. He got handle. He can shoot mid range. He can shoot on the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shaq don't play perimeter defense. So, I mean, Joker, he don't really have a handle, but he can shoot from three. Like he's got a perimeter shot.
Oh yeah.
So he can step out and shoot. Shaq he gonna have some problems with that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Now, when it comes to interior defense, like I don't think Shaq gonna have no problem.
Oh yeah.
But
so
perimeter defense wise, he gonna have some
here's
problems.
a better question. Who do you give the best chance?
Best chance, like what
offensively
in a game?
Yeah.
Ooh, Embiid.
Okay. No, I agree.
Because Embiid got a handle.
Exactly.
Like Joker don't really have a handle.
Well, plus also Joker's first instinct is to facilitate.
Right, Joker is like a fucking point guard.
Exactly.
It's like when me and Blunt was arguing about Jason Tatum being a power forward. I'm like, that nigga's not a power forward. He's like a small forward, but he's not a power forward. Jason Tatum is a wing.
No, yeah.
He is not about to be in the paint banging. Pause. Like, he just ain't gonna do that. He ain't big enough.
Yeah, that's true.
And so he's either two guard or a small for a wing. Two guard is basically a wing anyway. So he's a wing guy. So I'm like, and then he's like this and that. I'm like, dude, there really isn't any positions.
Exactly.
I mean, Joker is a fucking point guard.
Exactly. The game is truly a positionless game.
Yeah. It's all just.
That's why I say, like, the whole
size.
The whole comparison with the whole 90s versus this new era, like, I don't even entertain it anymore because the game has just changed so much.
I do think that when we do compare, I think that there are certain special players that can transcend the generations.
Yeah.
Like, when we're talking about scoring and things of that nature, I'm just like, there is no fucking way that you can tell me that AI, T-Mac, Kobe, and MJ would not be lighting up this league right now. Because you can't touch them. Those motherfuckers was averaging 30 getting beat up. If you can't touch them, they're going to score even more.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on. Allen Iverson, prime example. That little nigga was always on the floor. Getting knocked down, getting clotheslined out the air and shit.
Mm-hmm.
When he ain't got to worry about that, and he didn't dribble the ball a lot. He was cross, go, score. He won't doing the whole, I'm a boom, 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 set up, boom, boom, start, step, boom, boom. He wasn't doing all of that. He didn't have to. He had one or two moves, and once he's by you, he's at the cup. He in there. He's either getting the bucket or he's getting fouled, and he's shooting free throws. So that and his speed. What guard in the league today can keep up with him running down the court?
That's true.
Nobody. So Allen Iverson could drop 40, 45 on any given night.
Realistically, the only one I would even give a chance that could actually keep up with him is De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah,
and even
De'Aaron
that's
Fox,
the only one that probably could.
He might be the closest one.
Exactly.
De'Aaron got speed.
I'm sorry, we regard Drew Holiday as arguably the best, can do it on both ends guard in the league, and even he would struggle.
Oh yeah, he ain't keeping up with AI.
Exactly. No. Obviously he's bigger than AI, but it's you got to keep him in front of you.
Yeah,
but also, that's why I said too. It's like Kyrie Irving, for example. He could play in practically any era. Let's be real here. Yes, I know you're a big AI guy, but I truly think Kyrie Irving arguably has the greatest handles we've ever seen.
I'm not arguing that.
I figured, but still.
No. When it comes to the complete comprehensive dribble package, Kyrie is it.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it ain't nobody
Like
else
yeah.
that's got
I
a
remember
deeper handle bag
I
than
remember way
Kyrie.
back when, like you had cats really arguing, like, "Oh no, Steph is better." I'm like, bro, to be fair, Steph just dribbles just to get back to the 3 point line and just pops it.
Nah,
Like,
he get to the cup.
nah, but majority of the time, I'm saying
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he just uses it when he has to.
exactly. But Kyrie, like,
But
hey,
his handle game definitely improved over his
exactly.
career though.
But I mean, you look at Kyrie,
Nah,
like,
he ain't
there's
Kyrie
no
though. No
wasted
way.
motion whatsoever. Like,
Nah,
every motion has a purpose.
Kyrie just has so many more intricacies to his dribble game.
Exactly.
Like this,
That is like you
the
almost can't stop him.
and
Like,
it's like he's not even super fast with it, but it's just like the shit that he does is like, damn, like I didn't even see that coming, you know.
yeah.
But he doesn't. If he had AI speed,
Oh,
like he would be
nigga.
unreal.
Like, he's already probably the closest thing to unguardable when it comes to the smaller guys today. You give him AI speed, oh yeah, like you're not stopping him.
Yeah, that that's nuts.
Definitely, I think Giannis could survive.
Yeah, yeah.
Kevin Durant would like he'd get beat up a lot, but let's be real, you're not stopping him if he pops it. Like,
I mean, you look at players like Kevin Durant; they've always been. I mean, shit. KD, to me, KD's spirit animal, as we will say, in that era was Tracy McGrady.
yeah, 100.
I mean,
percent
Tracy McGrady was way more athletic.
And stockier, but
No, T Mac was lanky. He was like 6'9".
I'd argue he was stockier though. He had more of a build to him.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, T Mac was tall, lanky, and
Oh yeah,
he had. I think he could jump. He had more athleticism, like more explosiveness than KD. But he had that same that hezzy hang dribble.
mm-hmm.
He could shoot. You know, he was a complete 3-level scorer. He could get to the cup, dunk on you, shoot threes, mid range. He had a handle. Like he could do everything. KD is that.
Yeah, I just thought of a funny one. The only case I give for Draymond surviving is he gonna try to fight everybody.
Draymond would survive.
Oh yeah, he would, but he just gonna be the true enforcer.
Draymond would basically be like Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
because Charles Barkley was undersized.
Yeah,
he was only
they're the same height
6'5".
basically.
Yeah, and he was playing the 4-man when
Mhm.
4 men were 7 feet.
Yeah,
and he was still getting 20 rebounds a game. So I mean, Draymond ain't doing that. He ain't getting no 20 rebounds. He ain't an athlete like Chuck. But
oh yeah,
you know I think he would survive. Steph would survive.
mm-hmm.
Just like you said, Kyrie.
Giannis, Bron.
Well, Bron is from that era.
That is true. But still,
yeah. So Bron, of course. I think Anthony Davis would probably survive.
Yeah, he would.
Like based off his game.
Yeah.
Durability, that's another thing. Like his skill set would translate.
Kawhi,
PG.
Yeah, PG. A lot of people don't realize, like, if PG was in that era, he would probably be the best player in that era in terms of skill.
Well, he's another one of the guys that's comparable to T Mac.
Exactly.
And I mean, T Mac was him and Kobe were like the guys.
Exactly.
When it came to like wings, like those two were the guys.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a number of guys.
Yeah. Some guys.
You think
Jimmy Butler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he would. Yeah. He's got that mentality.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Butler is a dog. Like he would be fine in any era.
I'm trying to think of who else.
But the argument that like they say now is like a lot of the old heads say that these young guys can't play in the old days because of the physicality. But then they say a lot of the younger generation says that the old guys can't play today.
Well, because of the skill set.
But I'm like, there's plenty of guys in that era that had skill sets.
Also, too, I think
today.
the thing that a lot of people take out of like that whole argument what's the number one thing that these athletes have? The ability to adapt to every situation they're put in.
Right, exactly. And it's like if
Exactly.
you have a guy with a complete game, that complete game is gonna be fine wherever.
Exactly.
You know.
Because a lot of people don't know. Pistol Pete, for example.
Oh, Pistol Pete was the originator.
Exactly. But on
All of
top
that
of that,
flashy
though,
shit that you see now, he
he
was the
played.
first motherfucker doing that.
But on top of that, though, he played back when there was no 3-point line.
Exactly.
They literally went back and calculated his shots. If he played today, he'd actually be a top 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of people realize that. Or it's like, a lot of people think that a lot of the older guys, they could only do like maybe one or two things. No, that's not the case. It's just the game was so different. You didn't need to show you had a complete game.
I think Larry Bird would kill into.
Oh yeah. Oh, Larry Bird. Oh my God.
Larry Bird is like, he don't have no athleticism. But
it's just all finesse, basically.
All finesse, but he was smart.
Yeah.
Like he thought the game differently than most people. And he could shoot.
Exactly.
And so it's like in this day and age, I mean, really, let's keep it a thou wow right now.
That's awesome.
Like if you can shoot the ball, like you're good right now.
Like
you're gonna be fine.
He just gonna trash talk everybody.
Oh yeah,
a lot of these young niggas can't handle that.
But it's like he could get to the cup when he needed to. But I mean, his game, his passing game was on point, and he could shoot from anywhere. Yeah. So it's like he would be fine in today's league. And he played defense sometimes.
Or I did see
without beating people up.
I did see something funny. Somebody said, who's the best comparison for Joker? Escalade from the N1 and street ball team.
Wow.
Bro, I was crying laughing because, what's funny? I can't even argue against that because, it's kind of spot on.
No. Joker's handle is not that nice.
That's fair.
But the passing,
exactly, spot on.
The passing, okay.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I'll give you that.
R.I.P. to Escalade.
You're right. Escalade was that guy. That was like the first time I ever seen a big dude play like that. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Exactly. You're over here like,
yo, this nigga
what is
nice,
this?
Yo. Like that dude could barely run up and down the court, but like
that saucing on
nice, right? There's I think that there's quite a few guys from the past eras that could play today.
No, that's why I kind of get tired of that whole argument because it's like we're playing a what if game. Like it gets annoying after a while.
I mean,
it's fun at times.
It's fun
but then it's like you get niggas that really get too into it, and then it's like, bro, calm down. It's not that deep.
They be getting mad. Be like, no. It's like, yeah, chill out, bro.
About to have an aneurysm.
It's cool.
Exactly.
Like y'all niggas be acting like I do that shit.
You do.
I'm like, I don't be getting mad about nothing.
You do, but it's the East Coast aggressiveness.
It's like y'all just think that I'm mad, but I really don't be.
And
it's like y'all niggas, you be talking to motherfuckers like you about to fight, but you just be chilling, and I'm like, oh, look, man.
Nigga be acting like Kirk Angle, dog. Nigga tell you LeBron better than you.
Motherfuckers tell me LeBron better than Mike. I'm just like, yeah, all right, nigga. Keep dreaming, homie.
Fair enough.
All right, so you said you wanted to do 5 underrated joints in the collection.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun.
I mean, it's really hard to say what's underrated now.
Well, that's why I say underrated, because it's like, obviously it's a subjective thing.
Yeah.
But also too, I think just with our collections, they're so versatile that it's like, we probably gonna pull out some either people have never even seen, or like, oh, I forgot about those.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll Rochambeau. Who goes first?
You said Rochambeau.
Yep.
What's that?
Our favorite scissors.
Oh, where I come from, Rochambeau means something else.
I see now. Okay.
You don't know what that really means.
Nope.
Rochambeau means that you stand up and y'all kick each other in the nuts, and whoever drops first loses. That's Rochambeau.
That's weird, but okay.
Rock, paper, scissors is this.
To each their own.
Hey man, I grew up with white people, bro.
I see.
I ain't never played that shit though. I'm like, y'all, I seen people do it, and I'm just like, y'all are fucking insane.
All right. So winner picks. Cool. You want first?
Well, you can go first. You the guest.
All right. I'm the guest.
You are the guest. This is my house.
I know.
you the guest.
I guess so. All right. Well, to start, we're going to start off with a ASIC. This is the Gel Light 3 from the Palette Collection by Ronnie Feig. Now, crazy enough, I was just wearing these the other day. I almost sold these too, because it's like, yeah.
I seen you wear those like once.
Yeah, I've worn them a few times. I actually bought them for SneakerCon when they were out here a few years ago. I wanted to wear something different. And I mean, it's definitely a cool shoe. I do like it. Just I get very nervous since it's suede.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, yeah, you spill something on this.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. So nah. I mean, honestly though, I've always liked the Palette Collection. I definitely prefer other colors over this one, but at the same time, I do like this color.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely a good starter for the ASIC side of my collection. I need to get more, honestly.
I haven't fucking had a pair of ASICs since I was in like 5th grade.
Yeah, so
I like some of them colorways. I've seen a few of them that are pretty cool.
Now here's the thing: is it a stretch calling it underrated? Yes.
Yeah, anything Ronnie Feig is
exactly.
Yeah.
But also too, I don't hear too many people talk about the Palette Collection, and the Palette Collection is dope. Like I want to say there's over like 20 in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's like 20 something.
Yeah, and it's like I'm surprised like more people don't actually know about it. So yeah, that's definitely why I pick it as one of mine. But I mean overall though.
This man got an SB box.
Yes, sir. I got 2 SB boxes. And you know,
how are those underrated, sir?
Because you'll see here. Look, let me give y'all a closer view, just so y'all can see. There you go. These are both underrated. So, the first pair, you're gonna laugh about this because you actually have my old pair.
Oh yeah.
I
already know what it is.
And it is the Nike SB Pink Pig.
I say, yeah, they ain't mine in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would say those are underrated.
So here's the funny thing. Because I talked about these on Sneak This. I actually say they're underrated because not a lot of people know like the premise behind this colorway. Because I know Tim gonna be like, "Oh, collab Kang." This actually is not a collab.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I know the story behind it, but I mean, it's not. Yeah, they're not.
And a lot of people don't know the story behind it. So this shoe is actually based off the 917 Porsche Pink Pig.
Mm-hmm.
And what helps that is not only just the pink, but the red stitching as well. It would have been cooler if they did the actual livery where, you know, you had the red lines going all around the shoe.
Right.
But, yeah, Nike.
That's close enough.
Well, plus also, niggas at Nike ain't that smart. So, yeah.
I mean, every time I've ever worn the Pink Pigs out in public, it's like people are like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I wouldn't say they were underrated.
I mainly just say underrated because a lot of people don't realize like what's behind the shoe. Yeah, so that's why I classify them as underrated. Other than that, though, solid color. Solid. Yeah. So next one.
Boy.
Yeah.
I already know what that box is.
Yep. Oh, it's not what you think. So for context, this is a Pharrell.
That's what I'm saying. I knew.
It's these actually. The Pharrell tennis hue. Yeah. So this is actually one of his signature models. As you can see, I have not worn this in a long time because it's very dirty. So this is actually one of his signature models, like ground up shoe, not just another shoe and yeah, his almost spin on it.
Interesting.
So have you like actually ever seen those before?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Not
asking.
in person, but I've seen it like online before.
Yeah. So I remember
Interesting.
what's his name? You know, you and Tim like to call me the collab king. But here's my thing though. Is it really a collab if it's a shoe that has never been made before?
What those?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a. I would. I mean, I. The only reason I'd say collab is because on the box it has like Pharrell and then Adidas. It's
That's
not,
fair.
But I mean, it could just be like a signature model.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be that.
Yeah. So it's kind of an acquired taste for this shoe. I like it just because it's very, you can wear it anywhere with anything. And
Kind of reminiscent of
exactly.
a 350,
Yeah.
the shape,
Yeah,
or like
exactly.
Roshi-ish.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. So what's cool about this colorway? So it's actually one of four out of the Holy Festival collab that he did. I did have all four at one point, but I actually donated 2 pairs to some younger boys that needed some clothes for school. So I only have this one and the green one now.
Mm.
Yeah, because the red one I wasn't too big on, but yeah, it's kind of like it's an acquired taste.
I probably would have liked the red one.
Yeah, no, the red one was cool. Yeah, I think really though, what made me get rid of the red one and the blue one, I already have a blue one in those, and the red one I just didn't care for too much. Yeah, the green and the yellow were like, well, I don't have these colors too much in shoes, so you already know. But it's not just any Janowski. It is
the florals.
Nope.
No, the florals.
Corks. Yeah, the corks.
I'm surprised you even wore these.
Yeah. I don't know why you surprised.
Cause man, this cork material is dangerous.
Oh yeah, why do you think I don't wear them too often?
You fuck around and wear these on the wrong day, them balls will fall apart on you.
Oh yeah, why do you think I don't wear them too often? Yes, I did put those in the microwave.
Oh, you ain't got no foil on this though.
Exactly.
As long as you ain't put it in there with this in there.
Oh, of course, I'm not that crazy. But also, too, I was a little nervous because, like you said, the material.
Yeah, this cork material this shit is real finicky.
But it was funny though. I remember Stefan Janowski actually made a post one time recently. He was like, "Yeah, I decided to break these out again." Everybody was flipping out
with these.
Yeah, because you don't see these too often, and when they re-released them, they were very tough to get. So whenever I wear, like, people actually like freak out because like you don't see them too often.
Yeah,
and this is one of the harder pairs to like come by.
I've only seen these things in person like once.
Yeah, so definitely it's one of my favorite ones. That's why I try not to wear it too often, just because it's like it's very hard to find them.
That and it's cork.
That too, but
it's like that. Oof.
Yeah, but
I had those cork LeBron 10s and I was like terrified.
Yeah, but also too, it's like what I really like about this one is bro, this insole goes so crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely one of my favorite insoles in a shoe. So that's why I'm actually a big fan of this one. So Definitely one of my more underrated slash. It's a stretch saying underrated with these, but like I
Yeah, I'm
said, you
about to
don't
say
see them too
that.
much, so that's why I classify it as underrated. Yeah, so definitely I try to take care of these ones. So, like I
Mm-mm.
said, this is a shoe you don't see too often. And if I'm not mistaken, you don't have a pair of these, do you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so because we both do own some size. I didn't bring the vultures because you own vultures, so I didn't want us to have the same shoe.
I was that's actually my honorable
Yeah,
mention.
and
Yeah.
then on top of that, too, first off, shout out to Sai Collective.
Yeah, man. Hey, Dev. I've been seeing you, man. I'm fucking with you. Doing your FBCC page again. Like actually teaching some stuff on there. That's dope.
Yeah,
Cause I remember Dev when he was a customizer like way back in the
yeah.
day. He was real big. I actually bought some stuff that I used to modify shoes from him
Oh,
like
nice,
way back when. So I
nice.
mean it's cool that he's doing some stuff on there again.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
his Vulture threes, have you seen those?
I have.
Man,
Might need to get that membership again. I ain't gonna lie to
those
you.
Galaxy joints are so fire. I was like, I gotta get those.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man joints was tough too.
Yeah, he be dropping heat,
Yeah,
but
his new stuff's crazy.
these are, and I gotta take them out the dust bag. Actually,
I actually wanted a pair of the Invernos, but
yeah,
I just didn't see a colorway that
yeah.
like really jumped out at me. Like these don't look bad though. This gray one is decent. So did you have to buy the extra laces with this one, or did they
Nope,
come with it?
everything came with these. So these were actually a pre-order for a good minute, and he was actually doing a contest too. He was allowing everybody to like make a colorway.
I did. I entered it in.
Yeah, I did
I did
too.
a
I made
couple of
like a South Beach one, kind of inspired by South Beach Eights, obviously.
them.
Um, I was terrible at it, but no, what I really like about this shoe, like, I mean, if you're familiar with Saya Collective, like like you're getting quality in every shoe. But these, like, oh yeah, he stepped it up like even more. So
How's the comfort in this one?
so it's a little weird sizing wise. Like I can wear it with the soles in, but it fits a little bit looser and better with the sole out.
So they run small.
Yeah.
So this is what a 10. Yeah. See,
Mm,
I usually get all of my Sayas because they only well, if y'all are familiar with Saya, they only make full sizes.
yeah.
So I wear a 10 and a half. So I usually get my Sayas up a half a size. I
Yeah.
usually get size 11.
I mean, what's dope too is like, it's got that zipper.
Oh, that weed stash pocket.
Yeah. I don't smoke, so I don't have a use for it.
Well,
But
I call it the weed stash pocket because those of us who grew up in the 90s, if you're familiar with skating, Chad Muska shoes had a weed stash pocket. He was like the first shoe to do that. So every time I see a shoe that has a zipper on the tongue, I'm just like, oh, it's a weed stash pocket because that's this what
yeah.
Chad Muska had that. These look clean though. I like it.
Yeah. Show them the pocket.
Yeah, I've been waiting for him to drop something dope on pre-order.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I gotta buy some more size, honestly.
I was like, I got a few.
That one that you have in my size, part of me wants to get it from you, but then the other part of me is like, do I really need that? Because I already have like two vultures, and I'm like, I don't
You
feel
can never have enough vultures.
that is
I have
fair.
like three.
That
I
is
think
fair.
three. I got three vultures, and then I got two of the vulture skates, the ones that are like kind of modeled after a dunk, sort of.
Yeah.
I got two of those.
Yeah. Overall, though, what you think?
Not a bad list. Not a bad list, but I like the vultures. The Inverno, cool though. That's because I've only seen you wear them once, and it was like when you first got them, so I haven't seen them in a while. So
Yeah.
that's like that's not bad. That's not a bad list. I'm like, I'm the SBs
Yeah, like I said,
kind of
it's a
caught me
stretch.
off guard with that one.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
it is a stretch.
I'm like, but I was like, I guess I'll show the vultures. What pair should I bring out, man? You got of course, the fuck racism shits. I got the George Floyd pair over here. I don't know if too many people seen that one.
Oh, yeah, do that one. I've actually never seen those.
No?
Nah.
I think it's in this one. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because I have the main ones.
Yeah, I have those too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is I'll bring these out as honorable mentions. These are the Saya Collective fuck racism George Floyd colorway of the vultures. I always like my favorite color is red, so it's just like I'd always like the shoe like her.
Yeah.
And he came out with the Cupid hearts, which were solid, like red October type shit. It's too much, but when he put these out for pre-order, I was like, yeah, I need that. It was for a good cause. I mean, he donated the money made off of them to George Floyd's family. He had a video up where he actually took the check to his family and gave it to him and everything.
It's a shame you got to do that nowadays.
It was cool.
Oh yeah, I'm saying it's a shame you have to do that nowadays just to prove to everybody you donated it. But
well, I mean, that's just Dev, man.
Exactly. Dev a real one.
Yeah, he a real one. He gonna show you. Like he ain't gonna just say some shit. So, but yeah,
shout out to him.
And he did a good job with this one though.
No, I like
this colorway was fire. And yes, I did buy the extra shoelaces to go with them too, but
you ain't put them in yet.
No, I'd actually like these better in it, man, because it's like this part up here is 3M,
okay.
and the shoelaces are all 3M. So I was like, it looks
because I
I
bought two laces for mine. One was actually the wrong one, so I ended up giving them to the homie Joe to put in those Yazriel Yeezys, I believe they were. The multicolor ones.
Multicolor?
Yeah.
Nah, the Yeez reels are green.
Okay. I forget. Yeah, I forget which one they are, but
multicolored?
Yeah.
350s?
Yeah. I forget which one, but yeah, I gave them to him to put in those.
Yeah, here they go. Yeah, see? These are the
okay.
They got the red tips, but they look like the original fuck racism laces.
Yeah.
Which I have the original pair. I bought the extra laces for those as well. So pretty much every Saya vulture that I buy, I always buy the extra laces.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to.
Yeah, the extra laces always look crazy. So I was like, yeah, you gotta buy those. You gotta buy the laces. I would say this would be either a tie or an honorable mention pair, because Saya they don't get enough shine. Shine. Like, people don't really know too much about it, but they should. For this one, I have the Nike Galaxy rookie foams. Everybody knows about the original regular Foamposite ones, but not too many people know about these, or that they made them in a Galaxy colorway. Now, this pair is the original pair from 2012, but they did retro these. I want to say it was in 2018, I think. But this is the original pair, and I don't know. I think this is like underrated foam. It's like a lot of people, because they made these things in a lot of dope colorways. It wasn't just this one. They made them in quite a few colorways that were dope. And I think this was an underrated foam. Like, it doesn't really get a lot of love. And I'm just like, I don't know why. It was a dope shoe. To me, I liked it. It's got the penny logo in the bottom. So, I mean, it's, I thought this was a cool shoe that didn't really get a whole lot of pop when it came out. This one, I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like, "What the hell?" But I think these are underrated as well. This is
Hmm.
the invisibility cloak colorway of the penny 5. As you can see, it changes colors. It's like blue,
Dang, I
green,
have
kind of purple.
never seen a penny five.
What?
I
Yeah,
never have.
those they actually retroed that colorway in 2020, I believe, and it went on clearance. I was this close to buying another one.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I'm just like, man,
It was like, did I? Was it a? Do I really need this scenario?
yeah, because I was like, mine are still in really good shape. So I was like, do I really need another one? You know, and it was like but they were on clearance though. Nobody bought them.
Yeah.
But when these came out originally, I think it was in like 2013.
Oh.
These things sold out immediately. Like they were actually really hard to get this specific colorway. It was tough to get these when they first came out. So to see them retro and then they just sit, I was like, what is going on here? So I definitely wanted to get another one, but I didn't really see the point. I'm like, I don't really wear the ones that I got. I had to bring out something from this.
Of course.
This is the Reebok Answer 12 for this was like AI's lone year in Detroit, which is why it's this colorway. And it has the number 1 and the AI instead of the I3 and the 3, which I have the Denver pair over there that has the I3 and the 3 on it.
Mm.
But he wore these basically his year in Detroit. This to me was the best colorway out of all of them. Like it's got this dope ass poem on the back, like just the colors. And yeah, I have the jersey to match.
Oh, I mean, honestly though, like that colorway is just tailored like perfectly.
Yeah, this is the dopest one. Cause like the Denver one over there, that one is clean, but it's not like this. This one
Yeah,
was
like
this
that
was the
just
best one.
works. Like
I
I
was like,
like
oh
that.
man, he's super underrated. This is probably one of the most comfortable Iverson shoes that I've ever worn. And as you can see, I have a fuckload of Iverson shoes. So I'm like, this is definitely one of his better ones. And at that point in his career, he was older, and a lot of people were kind of falling off on AI. So these didn't really get a whole bunch of attention, a lot of love, but this is definitely one of his better shoes that people don't really know about. So now we're gonna get into some Jordans. I had to bring in some Jordans because most people don't think that Jordans are underrated, but this particular pair is it's got the fancy box, all of that. But these are the Jordan 23s. This is the Old Love colorway, which is I would say one of the better colors out of the bunch. And yeah, a lot of people don't. These got highly slept on. Like this to me was like his last good shoe. I didn't really like any of the ones after these. So I'm like, as far as signature shoes go, like I think this is probably
Mm.
one of the better. That was like one of his better ones when it came towards the end.
Mm.
I mean, the quality on it is good. The leather, all is like it's a good shoe. And I got the black
Nice.
pair sitting up there on the shelf.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but this one right here to me was one of my favorite colorways of this shoe, and it was is this. I didn't really see too many people with this particular colorway. Period. Like the black pair that I have up there, like that was the first colorway, so I saw those, quite a bit. But
Mm.
these, never saw anybody with these. I'm sure my man Sean up in Canada, like me and him talk. He's like a triple OG, and he likes these too. I don't know if he has this colorway, but he has the black pair for sure. And it's got a little scuffle in here from when I wore them last time, so I got to take that off.
Mm. Solid 5.
And then this is the last one. We got one more. This one right here. One of my favorites. Jordan 16s. A lot of people sleep on the 16s, and I don't understand why. But
that's one of the few Jordans, like after like the typical
like 1 through 14.
Yeah, like that's one of the few I remember in my childhood years.
These, when they first came out, man, these things were crazy, bro. Like everybody was in love with it. This is the retro pair from 2016.
Those are solid.
My OG pair fell apart in my driveway a couple years ago.
Oh,
yeah, I was walking from my car and something felt funny on my foot, and I looked down. It was like this whole sole was like 4 steps back. Like this whole blue part right here, the strip is poly. This whole blue thing was crumbled, and I was like, damn. So yeah, those
that's rough.
This is the retro joint from 2016. I didn't even wear them until my OG pair fell apart, and then I got the black and red pair from 2008 in the CDP pack.
Oh, okay.
And my OG pair of those fell apart as well. Same thing.
That's rough.
I was walking to the gym from my car, and the sole came off. Like I actually felt it come off the shoe when I was walking.
Dang.
And I was like, fuck.
That's rough.
So yeah, I mean it. And this is the gaiters that come with them. It's got the little joint on the whole thing. When I wear them, I always wear it with it off. But I mean, you could put it on if you want to.
Yeah,
I just prefer to wear it off because I don't like my shoes being tied that tight.
I feel that. That's a solid 5. That's a solid 5. Yeah. Oh, you got anything else?
Nah. What's the list for next week, brother? What we pulling out next week?
Hey, look, I'll let you decide that, buddy.
Okay.
It's your show.
Well, I mean, I don't, I don't know what you got and what you don't. So it's like that's why.
Hey, look, man, I'll make it work somehow. Hey, look, like we spoke about earlier, I don't compare. I just work with what I got.
Well, yeah, I was about to say I could tailor something.
Yeah. All right.
Because I mean, like I know you don't have a whole lot of basketball shoes, so I can't really bring on the, like, oh, what's your basketball shit? Because you don't have a lot of basketball shoes.
I probably only have like 2 pairs of basketball shoes.
Yeah, as you can see, I have hundreds.
Yeah.
So.
Well, technically, Jordan 1s are basketball shoes, but
to me, Jordans period are basketball
exactly.
shoes. So
I got a couple. Yeah,
KD, Kobe, Bron, Iverson, all of this is all basketball.
Exactly. Hey, we'll figure it out. But take us out.
All right, man. Well, appreciate y'all tuning in, looking at our old ass shoes. You know what I'm saying? But I'll cook up a list and we'll because I mean I know we talk about shoes, but we don't really pull out a lot of shit. So that's one thing I want to start doing is like I know y'all probably want to see some shit as we talk about it a lot. So I'll come up with a list and we'll pull some shit out for the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But till then.